Doing well. Welcome back to my channel Code Fusion Hub. So today is going to be the last video of this playlist. So we are going to end this playlist over here. In case if you have missed any of the video, then I'll give you the link in the description box. You can check it out from there. For further playlist ideas, you can give me any of the idea that you want that I want to solve particular questions upon in the comment section below, and I'll make sure that I bring up a new playlist very soon. And I hope so you have solved each and every problem of this playlist. And in case if you have got stuck, you can just let me know in the comment section below. And make sure you have practiced all of the questions that were present over here in this playlist. So let's start with our today's video. And for this today's video, we are going to take the question number 601. So this is going to be the last problem, that is of difficulty level hard, that states the human traffic of stadium. And let's have a look at what does the question ask over here. Let's just wait for a second. So yes, let's just have a look at the question. We have a table which is named as stadium, okay, and into which we have id which is having a data type as int, the visit date as date, and the people as int only over here. So here visit date is nothing but the unique values for this table. So we don't have any duplicates over here. And each row over here consists the visit date and the visit ID to the stadium. Okay. As how many number of people are there during the visit. As the ID increases, the date increases as well. So we have to find a solution to display the records with three or more rows with consecutive IDs, and the number of people is greater than or equal to 100 for each, and we have to return the result table in ascending order according to the visit date. So let's have a look at the example, that is a stadium, okay, which has specific IDs and the visit date and the people over here. As the number of IDs are increasing, the visit date keeps on increasing proportionally. So here, what do we have to do is we have four rows which is having suppose ID 5678, correct? So these are consecutive IDs, and it has greater than 100 people attended. Okay, here we don't have the second condition meeting, that people should be greater than 100 or equal to 100 also. So we are not fulfilling this condition. So we'll just move to this consecutive IDs that are fulfilling the condition. Now here we have to note that row number 8 was included even though the visit date was not the next day after the row 7. Okay, so there is a gap over here. Still we have considered this. And here in this row, ID 2 and 3 are not included because it does not have any three consecutive IDs at least over here, correct? So we just have to get these thing over here. So what are we going to use is nothing but CTE. Okay. So as we have solved in the previous many of the problems, I think so we have used the approach of CTEs, and it is very essential concept that any of the student should be knowing when solving the database problems, right? So we are going to use CTE. Now, what is a CTE? It is nothing but a feature in SQL that allows you to define temporary results which can be referenced within, like select, insert, update, or delete anything, any statement, right? So we are going to use this to simplify the complex queries, and to improve the readability and break this complex queries into simpler parts. Okay, we can have a thought like we can create temporary tables of this. Okay, but only during the execution of the query these tables have been created. So here we'll just start with our query. So we'll just first consider, but yeah, there is a change, there is a twist over here. Until today's video, okay, we have used only one CT in one problem. Here we are going to use two CTs. We are going to create two CTs. So make sure you are attentive throughout. What is the spelling of consecutive? Okay, I just forgot it. Yes. So make sure you have been consistent over so that you don't miss any of the part. So let's just write the logic into this. Now, what are we going to take is the ID and the visit date and people. Okay, this is all the three things we are going to select. Okay, so we are going to take the ID, the visit date, and also the people over here. Correct? we are going to take this. And now what are we going to do is we are going to use the row number function. Okay. Now here we are going to use the row number function. So this row number function assigns a sequential number to each of the row within the partition which is defined into the defined by the order class, right? So in our case, the order class is going to be the visit date. Okay, so according to this visit date, this function is going to assign unique sequential value to each of the row which is present over here. So we'll just give the row number as here. Okay, so we are going to use this row number function. We are going to use this by visit date, right? Over by visit date. And we are going to name it as RN, right? Next is we are going to use this row number again. And here, now this time what are we going to do is order by visit date again. Correct. Now what does this mean and why am I doing this is the question that is being arising in the people, right? So what does this mean? What is the purpose of this? Now here this assigns each of the specific unique value to each of the row based on this. So here a row number is being assigned over here. And here talking about grouping. Okay, so this is nothing but a group. Okay, it represents the consecutive sequences. So if we have to calculate minimum ID, maximum ID, count, okay, so we can just filter this and use this accordingly. Next, what are we going to write is nothing but this from stadium. Okay, so we have got this value over here and where we are going to apply a filter that people should be greater than or equal to 100 only, then only it satisfies this condition over here. Now second, what are we going to do is nothing but create another CTE which we can name as group with counts. Okay, and we are going to select the value over here. Now here we are going to select the minimum ID, right, as the start ID. Okay, this minimum ID is going to be the start ID from where I'm going to start. Next is the maximum ID. Okay, and it is going to be the end ID. Here my counting terminates. Okay, so I have to just count between this min and max as nothing but the group count, right? So what does this do? What does the statement of this group with count CT mention? That it groups the row by group, okay, which represents the consecutive sequences of row like consecutive min, max, and count, and it filters it according. We'll just write the filter statement also over here, and I'll first of all just select this from what consecutive groups. Okay, the first CTE that is present. Okay, so I'll just take that value from there and I'll just group by this group, right? And we are going to mention that the count over here should be 3, should be greater than or equal to 3, right? Now why it is greater than or equal to 3? To ensure that we only get the sequences in the 3 consecutive rows, right? We don't want less than 3 consecutive rows coming together and giving us an inaccurate value, right? So now here what are we going to check is we are going to take the aliases S for the stadium and we are going to take the ID. We are going to take the visit date over here, the visit date, and next we are going to take the people, right? And we are going to take this from what? Stadium. And we are going to give it as alias S. We'll just perform a simple join which will be on this CT only. Okay. So this is performed and we are going to check that my ID of this is greater than or equal to the start ID, okay, that we have got as nothing but the minimum ID, and the ID that is present is the maximum ID, right? Yes. And here we just have to create the order by visit date. Visit date. So I think so this is the main query, that first of all we are going to select the ID, the visit date, and the people from the stadium table. Okay, now we are next going to perform a join, okay, where we have a condition. The SID is nothing but the ID from the stadium table that is present. It falls within the defined range of start ID and end ID, right? So where the beginning and end ID are consecutive sequences which is identified by this CTA, and it ensures the result in ascending order. So we'll just run a query and check whether we are getting the correct output or not. So we are getting a runtime error over order by visit date on row number 5. People, I think so we are missing a comma over here, and no, I think so we are getting another error as well near 100, okay, where the people is greater than or equal to 100 is specifying the correct condition only, right? So where are we making the mistake? uh Group with counts proper only, so okay, here it is giving the error. It was a spelling mistake, guys. So now I've corrected also. What is this issue all about? Yeah, is it because of this or what now? I hope so this works now. Yes, okay. So yes, you have to make sure that the syntax also works properly. So our test cases have been accepted and all the expected output is been present, and we have got this consecutive numbers also. We'll just have a look over here. So yes, we have got the same output that was needed over here, and we'll just submit our code to evaluate all the hidden test cases also for this problem. And yes, our test cases have been accepted, and we have concluded with this question, concluded with this playlist, and I hope so you have enjoyed and practiced along with me by solving all the questions, and let me know that which upcoming playlist should be next in the queue according to you. I'll make sure I'll work upon that. And if you have any queries, you can still let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and stay further tuned with the upcoming playlists which are going to come soon. And make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Share it with all your friends and colleagues. Hit the like button if you like the video. I'll see you guys in the next playlist, next upcoming playlist very, very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.